Hello and welcome to Weekend Investing Daily Bytes. We're shooting episode 294, moving very quickly towards the 300 mark. Today we are going to do the second part of this top 10 personal finance rules. The first part is another video, the link for which you can find below. And today we will do the second part of this series. The markets were very buoyant. In fact, the first hour of the day was very bullish, market reaching more than 0.5% in the green, and then in the latter part of the day there was a sell-off, and pretty much following the Dow futures, the S&P futures in the US market and the Indian market gave up all the gains for the day. Nifty closing very near flat, 0.14% up for the day. IT stocks performing the worst at about minus 0.87%. Metals and PSU banks also a bit soft, but PSU banks have been running so hard that some profit booking was expected here. FMCG's stocks did reasonably all right at plus 0.5%, and the rest were pretty much within plus minus 0.5% for the day. So a bit of a quiet day with not much happening across any sector or any strategy. Within the weekend investing strategies, you can see most strategies were between plus and minus 0.5% range, so no major move there. In the broader indices, as we can see, almost all indices have closed flat. So I think that Diwali season has also started, and from here till next week I think the volumes and the interest in the market remains very, very low, and we may see such dull days for the rest of the week as well. It is possible. Within the Nifty index, there were a few stocks that were doing quite well today. HDFC, Reliance, ITC and Nestle did quite well, whereas Infosys, TCS, HCL Tech, Maruti, State Bank, Coal India, NTPC, these were the stocks that lost about percent or slightly more than that in some cases. HDFC Bank also did quite well at plus 1.03%. So this was the makeup for the market. In terms of the top gainers, Suzlon Energy getting some contract from Adani Green, as well as the rights issue coming to some close, gained 19%. Aegis Logistics up 9%. PNB Housing has been running hard, plus 8%. Container Corp up 7%, and Syngene International also good results, plus 6.3% today. What fell hard was Gujarat Fluorochem, minus 7%. Brightcom Group minus 6.5%. Network 18 after the results minus 6.3%, along with TV18 broadcast, and HLE Glasscoat also dropping 6.2%. We are looking at this top 500 universe for the gainers and losers. So coming back to the top 10 personal finance rules, we come to rule number 6. The first 5 rules were in the video done previously. So please find the description or link to that video in the description or on the YouTube channel. And the 6th rule is the 50-20-30 rule. So what are these 50-20-30 referring to? That 50% of your income you can allocate towards your needs. The needs could be, regular groceries. You could be maybe paying rent, or you may be, paying EMI for your house or car, etc. 30% you can keep for your wants. So that could be, maybe some vacations, some splurging on yourself, some gifts that are out of the normal. So 30% towards that, and 20% is the savings towards equities, mutual funds, small cases, debt, FD, gold, etc., etc., etc. So the idea is that at least try to save 20% of your income, and once you of course save 20%, you want to invest it also. So a broad thumb rule of this 50-30-20 will guide you in controlling that, the budget for your monthly budget at 50% for your needs. I think that is very important to do. Of course, it will get easier as you grow in your careers to cap it at 50%. And of course, the 30% wants also can be, maybe some months you may be able to, some months you may not be able to. So these are some guidelines, but this 20% you must adhere to. I think these two are still fungible, where you may exceed this number and have lesser of these, but 20% is something that you must save. And I think that combined with compounding over a longer span can really do wonders for you. Emergency, 3x emergency rule. So 3 times your monthly income in some emergency fund. There could be a loss of employment, there could be a medical emergency, there could be something out of the blue. You may be living in like for instance, a recent occurrence happened. Some people were living in a society in NCR, and that society developed some cracks and people had to move out. So overnight, without having any clue about this, they lost their house, and God knows how long it will take for rehabilitation and so on and so forth. So at least 3 months of your income you should set aside and put it away in some liquid or near liquid type of asset which is not playing on risk. And to be more safer, you can have 6 to 12 months of monthly income also, once you have some comfortable liquidity and surplus into the emergency rule. So this is something that you can do. If you are investing in gold, for instance, you need not have too much of emergency money with you, because gold is very liquid and you can sell it off anytime. Or if you are also directly into the market, some of that money can easily be liquidated within 24 hours. So that is not really too much of a problem as such. The 40% EMI rule. So there is another rule which says that never go beyond 40% of your income into EMIs. So if we were following the 50-30-20 rule, our basic needs were capped at 50%. So this EMI business also needs to come within that, and within that 50%, if most of it is EMIs, then very few will be left for your regular needs. So max 40% of your income into EMIs. So if you're earning 50,000 a month, you should not have EMIs more than 20,000 rupees a month. So this rule, it says, is generally used by finance companies to provide loans. So they are going to use this parameter when you apply for a loan, etc. So if you are already adhering to these constructs, then your loan eligibility, etc. also should not be an issue if you've already taken care of this. Life insurance rule number 9, always have sum assured as 20 times of your annual income. So if your annual income is 10 lakhs, then the minimum you should be insuring yourself for 2 crores based on this rule. And most people will do that in form of term insurance, but there are a lot of other products also. But term insurance is something that you can have at 20 to 50 times your annual income. Not really a problem, because the premium is reasonably low when you are young for a term insurance. And the grand finale, this is no rule, but the 10th rule is the 8th wonder of the world, is that compounding is the absolute magic, and we cannot comprehend the power of compounding until it happens to us. It has taken me decades to realize the power of compounding for myself also, and in my younger years I paid no attention to this, and while there is no regret of not having focused on compounding, but if you are in your early formative years in your careers, and you are able to set aside money as per most of these rules, and you can compound on that over a long period, then there is very good likelihood that you will be very comfortable in your elder years. So just to give you an example, if you are looking at, let's say, a runway of 30 years, and you're doing a monthly SIP of 10,000 rupees to start with, and your XIRR expected on your investments is 15%, and you top up your SIP. So if first year the SIP is 10,000, then the next year the SIP is 10,500, and the next year post that it will be 11,000 something. So if you are increasing your SIP by 5% every year, and you let it run for 30 years, and assuming that over a period of 30 years your XIRR is 15%, you will get to a corpus of 8.19 crores by the time you are, let's say, 55, if you started at 25. And if you look at your even retirement post, let's say 65 years of age, once you're starting at 25, the same 10,000 monthly SIP, which topped up at 5% every year with 15% XIRR, gets you 34.53 crores of corpus at the end of your period. So a lot of silent magic that happens in compounding. Of course, most people will not realize this because they are impatient and they want to move in and out of the markets, and they want to not believe that long-term compounding can happen even with very simple strategies. And we have shown over the last so many years that very simple momentum strategies have done much better than what even this expected XIRR that we are assuming. And if you just keep doing that, there is no reason why you will not be able to make a large corpus. So give some attention to the compounding part. Not every year will be a great year, but over a period of time, if you get a good probability of a 15% XIRR, I think that is good enough to create any kind of corpus that you can dream of. So thank you so much for your time, and please do share this video with your friends and family, people who may be new to the financial world, who may be new to savings and investing, youngsters who are joining jobs for the first time, maybe homemakers who have never worked before but have some money to invest. I think all categories of people need to understand compounding, understand these rules, and possibly apply them for their own benefit. And of course, you must consult with your own financial advisor for your goal planning and your situation, because this is not advice. These are just generic rules that one can use for betterment of their personal life. So thank you so much, and I will see you in another video soon. Bye.